Yeah, so right now today, as best we can tell, there's somewhere around a few hundred companies out there doing this. And we don't have any actual hard data metrics that we've collected yet. I really look forward to that. Harvard Business School is doing an actual research project right now on one of the companies going through the transition, and I hope that'll be the first step to getting some real academic research and what effect it has. So I don't have any actual hard numbers. I have a lot of anecdotal stories. And you know, one of the challenges of this is it's such a fundamental change. How do you know whether, even great numbers, I mean, one company reported massive increases. They showed the revenue graph and it was kind of like this, and then it just went like this once they adopted holacracy. But I'm skeptical. I love the data, and you know, if somebody wants numbers, I'll throw that one at them. But you know, how do you know that was because of holacracy versus anything else in their world? I look at this, it's like changing your operating system. Right, so I'm a Mac user. I upgraded from being a PC user several years ago, jumped into the Mac. And for me, it's just a better platform, right? And my productivity, I feel like it's higher. I think I can get stuff done more easily. The operating system is in the way less often, right? It gives me great platform to build on top of. But I could tie any specific metrics I might want to it, and it's hard to tie it back. It's more just, I have a better platform. So for me, like the best judge, and what I encourage all of our clients and anyone trying this to really tune into, is your own experience of, is it easier or harder to use your voice and drive some positive change, right? And I think that's a really interesting, reliable metric. And if you look at, you know, for me, when I switched from Windows to Mac, I just feel like I can get stuff done faster and easier, you know? And I hear the same from companies that switch to this all the time. And that's actually why many executives and CEOs make the switch after they try it, even just for a couple of days, through the different processes holacracy shows up and adds. And at the end of that, they have a direct experience of, how did this way of dealing with my tensions compare to what I would have done in the old system? And they get to see, in the old system, I would have talked to a bunch of people, built a bunch of buy-in, called some meetings, wrestled with it, and maybe a year later we would change. In the new system, it happens faster. So just one example, in Zappos, which runs with holacracy as well, there was a meeting of one of their circles where they restructured a business unit. And this was apparently a contentious issue. There was a lot of intense feelings in the room. And there was a proposal to restructure, slice and dice this thing and change some of what was expected from it. And at the end of about 20, 25 minutes, we ended up with a new integrated output of a total restructure to this unit. And with everyone there bought into the path forward, even after people raised significant issues with it, we sorted through them out, sorted all of them out, 20, 25 minutes later, we're done. They came up to me afterwards and said, you know, we've been wrestling with that issue for literally years, through hours and hours and hours and hours of talking, political influencing, meetings, and we never got to clear resolution, and it just carried it through inertia. We just kept it the way it was. Nobody liked it, but we couldn't agree on what to do about it. And now in 20 minutes, we just nailed it, and everyone's comfortable. Not that we've got the perfect result, but that we've got a next step, and we can come back to this meeting next month and continue to evolve it further as we learn what works and what doesn't about this. So to me, that's the metric that I look to. Is it easier or harder to drive change and to get tensions addressed in the system?